In most cities, you hear one voice. In Montreal, you hear two, sometimes in the same sentence. This week we're in Montreal, one of the oldest cities on the continent, and yet most people only know it as that French part of Canada. On the surface, it feels like another European city, with its cobblestone streets and all too confusing French signage, but we have a feeling there's something more here.
So over the next few days, we're diving into the best things to do, the foods locals swear by, and discovering what makes this city so unique. So if you're planning a trip to Montreal, you're in the right place.
Good morning, travelers. Here in the morning, we're in front of a bank, but we're not here so we can have some Canadian dollars. We're here to try coffee in one of the most beautiful cafeterias in the world. This is crazy.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Now this is a really, really cute cafe. I can see why it's popular. Now what's interesting is that this used to be the headquarters of the Royal Bank of Canada, built in 1928, and they've kept a lot of that original detail here. So you're gonna see those really tall vaulted ceilings, the marble columns, the ornate brass detail, and it's really a stunning place to start your day. And what's also cool is that nowadays it's also a co-working space. And that part threw me for a loop here because it's also a little modern in that sense.
We just got over here a couple of coffees, which I really appreciate that they're not too sweet. But you know what makes the place special is the place itself, not the coffee. Remember, it could be very busy, so crazy lines over here, but no, it's worth it, I think. In my opinion, it's worth it. So right now, a couple of sandwiches, a couple of coffees, and now we're gonna explore all Montreal.
Montreal is the second largest city in Canada after Toronto, and it's been here since 1642. Located in the province of Quebec, over 71% of their population speaks French as their first language.
So as we're walking through the streets, it's not uncommon for us to hear this fascinating Frenchlish, I guess you'd call it, where colleagues are speaking both French and English to each other. The buildings themselves are also a mix of French colonial style and British neoclassical.
After coffee, we walked along Rue Saint-Jacques, which is considered Canada's Wall Street. It's a beautiful street. Time for church?
Listen to Notre-Dame is welcoming us. This is Plaza d'Armes, and in front we have Notre-Dame. And we were talking, it's funny that it's under construction, the same the one in France.
Hey, it's authentic. Now this is our first time in French Canada, and it's so crazy. It all really is French. Every signage, the way the architecture looks, and it took only 10 minutes for us to hear a tribute to Celine Dion. My Heart Will Go On, someone was just playing it in the plaza. She is famous in this area because she grew up about 40 minutes from here.
We're not gonna be inside of the church yet, but we're gonna promise you we will be back.
We continue on to Rue Saint-Paul, the oldest street in the city, laid out way back in 1672. It was once the heartbeat of the fur trade, but now it's mostly home to art galleries, boutiques, and today especially, people trying not to fall into open trenches.
There's two seasons in Montreal. Cold and construction. Wow.
Locals joke that Montreal is the city of orange cones, and one topic that inevitably came up when chatting with locals throughout our stay was laughing over the amount of construction taking place. Luckily for us, a little closer to Place Jacques-Cartier, the streets open up and it really feels like we're walking through France.
Now, this is more what we expected from Montreal. You know, the cobblestone, beautiful buildings around, and this kind of look like Europe in the 1800s. Okay, Montreal, we're getting there.
Not too far from here is Old Port, or Vieux-Port, where the whole city actually started, centered around the main trading hub.
There is something beautiful about a city that is next to the water. You maybe not know this, but the main city of Montreal is an island next to the St. Lawrence River.
Over here in Old Port, it is beautiful, exactly the vibes I was looking for, especially during fall with these beautiful fall leaves. You can walk along the nice little walking path over here. They even have a clock tower you can climb to the top of, but there's also this Ferris wheel you could check out, which is Canada's largest Ferris wheel. But the main attraction to me right now, in this very moment, is my husband right here. Guys, do you see this leather jacket? A little commotion for his new leather jacket.
I love it. I love it. And actually, one of our subscribers sent it to me.
Which is so kind. They're called Miranda Artisan Leather.
That's
They're
right.
based in Northern California. They use Mexican leather.
Mexican leather is over here.
From Leon.
That's right.
This is a piece of art.
I love it. I
Shout
love it.
Shout out to them. We'll leave
Thank you,
their
guys.
link in the description. Such a great business to support too, as we're moving into the holidays. If you're wanting to support a Latino-owned business.
Definitely.
So Montreal is clearly paradise in the fall. But another thing that makes this city special is the food scene. And apparently Montreal has its own style of bagels, and the locals here seem to be very proud of them. Two names came up every time during my research, St-Viateur and Fairmont. We choose St-Viateur, not because we think it's better, but because, well, we have to pick one, or we will be here all day.
Wow. Now this is not the same bagel you would find in a place like New York. They are made totally different. They are usually hand-rolled, boiled in honey, and put in a wood-fired oven, not steamed. As a result, the bagel tends to be a lot smaller, denser, and slightly more sweet. The sesame seeds on this are incredible. That is the most common way to get them. And I got mine with smoked meat because that's another thing you just have to have when you're in Montreal. And it's delicious, such a great lunch spot.
So Montreal does bagels ridiculously well, but yelling at a ref in French? That's a real local experience. Here in Montreal, they take their hockey very seriously. The Montreal Canadiens, or Les Habitants, are the oldest professional hockey team in the world, and they won 24 Stanley Cups, the most of any team in the NHL history.
We headed to Centre-Belle, the home team stadium, to see the action before game time. Unfortunately, the prices for tickets were way out of our budget, so instead we went to La Cage, a local sports bar where it seems everyone right now is cheering bilingually or stress-eating poutine.
I think if you don't have tickets to a game, this is a pretty good next best alternative. It is packed right now. Oh, it's packed right now with fans. There's TVs everywhere, and what's cool is that it's actually in the stadium.
Whenever the team scores, you can hear the 5 seconds before it appears because there's a delay. Whenever you hear that, just watch the screen. We have some wings and sliders, great food, great beers. You're watching the game.
It's hard to believe that 21,000 fans are on the other side of this screen, and somehow you can still feel that energy from here. After we headed back to our hotel to wind down, this week we're staying at the Best Western Hotel St. Jerome, who's partnered with us to help make this video possible. Y'all already know by now that Best Western is one of our favorite hotels to look out for on our travels because they're packed with value and reliable. Best Western Hotel St. Jerome is a great hotel to base yourself at if you're looking to see both the city and the mountains because it's the entryway to the Laurentians and offers free on-site parking. Ski resorts are just minutes away, and it's conveniently located next to Le Petit Train du Nord, a unique 234-kilometer cycling trail that is just stunning during this time of year.
The drive into Montreal is about 39 miles each morning, and one of the biggest tips in general if you're visiting Montreal is to be aware that traffic and parking is a problem on the island itself. We opted to park at Montmorency station and take the subway each day, which is so easy and convenient.
Another thing we liked about the hotel is the rooms are comfortable, and mornings start with free complimentary breakfast and hot coffee, which has been great, and the staff is so friendly and accommodating. If you're planning a fall getaway to Montreal, balancing time between the mountains and city, or if you just want a quieter base for your adventures, this is a great option to consider. We'll leave the link in the description if you want to check it out.
It's like a little party with confetti.
What a beautiful place over here in the middle of the woods.
This is how you start a morning in Montreal. We just had breakfast over at the hotel, which was so good. And the staff really urged us to check out this trail, and I think it is quite the hidden gem.
And that's why it's the reason why people from all over Canada and also the world just come over here to make this bike ride.
It's incredible, and in the winter too, it turns into, I think, cross-country skiing. And you could just go on and on and on for miles. So really lovely place to start the day.
We're gonna head back to Montreal, but we're still gonna watch these beautiful colors of the fall.
Yes, I can't wait.
We leave Le Petit Train du Nord behind and head back into the city to Montreal. Wait a minute, Montreal. That must be how this city got its name. We arrived expecting it to be a quick walk up a hill to a viewpoint, but instead we were surprised to find these wide open trails, a lake, and tons of Montrealers enjoying the outdoors.
Now this park is stunning and a lot bigger than we thought it was going to be. We ended up walking here for quite a bit this morning. And a fun fact is it was actually designed by the same guy who designed Central Park. And ever since I found this out, the only question I have is, what bagels did he like more, New York or Montreal? He probably had a lot of time to figure that out. The view here is stunning. If you actually go up to the very top, you can see like a panoramic view of the city. This city is just surprising us a lot. I love how nature is just incorporated so much. This is a great place to start our morning, but I'm pretty hungry, so I think we're gonna head down, find something to eat.
Now you can't come to Montreal without trying poutine. It's basically Canada's unofficial national dish, and if there's one stereotype about the Québécois that's correct, it's that they go nuts over poutine.
And one of the best places in the city to get it is La Banquise. At its core, poutine is 3 ingredients: French fries, cheese cuts, and brown gravy. But over time, chefs have experimented with adding other toppings like pulled pork, smoked meat, and even guacamole. But La Banquise is one of the first places that turned poutine into a full-blown menu.
Now those are some good-looking curds.
This just hit the spot. And a pro tip, there's a big line over there. And there's a second line so you can order to go, which we did. And now we're here enjoying this beautiful park. Mamita querida.
This is actual insanity. That place not only had the classic poutine, but I think over 30 different types of poutine. Can't remember the name of the one I got. It comes with onion rings, guacamole, red onions. I don't even know what else, but they are all about being innovative with their poutine, and this is freaking delicious. Just hits the spot. Oh my God, so good. So be adventurous. Have one person in your party get the normal, another one the fun one. I'm sorry, what did you just say over there?
I'm satisfied.
That is the funniest thing you've ever said. You came up with that all on your own?
Yup. After lunch, we decided to walk a little bit, and we are doing it over here in this beautiful place called Le Plateau.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous neighborhood that is also, once again, very different than anything we've seen in Montreal so far. Very artsy, lots of murals, cafes, boutiques.
It's the kind of place that you're wondering what is going to be in the next corner.
Yeah, so just take a look around and enjoy a nice leisurely afternoon.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's rob a bank. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's crashing in the square.
One thing that's so distinct about the architecture here, especially in this neighborhood, is these metal stairs everywhere to go up to the second floor of the house. Imagine during the winter, I would be slipping on my butt on those icy stairs, that's for sure. They're everywhere. It's really cool, really distinct.
Not far from here is Jean-Talon Market, one of the largest public markets in North America. It's been here since 1933, and it has over 150 stalls selling all sorts of beautiful produce forged from the area.
All right, this is such a cute little market. Makes me wish that we were having a home-cooked meal tonight.
I wanted to buy a lot of things, but you know, we have to travel tomorrow. I cannot keep them.
But we did buy one thing. This is a great place to buy some maple products. There was actually a stand that had this great deal where you get like a little travel-sized maple,
Right.
maple butter, and like a maple caramel. Perfect for putting in our carry-on to give to my parents for watching our dog back home.
Yeah, they're taking care of Napa, which we're very grateful. But we have another spot that we have to visit. Remember that I told you guys we're gonna return to Notre-Dame? Let's see how it looks at nighttime.
Back at the Notre-Dame, the lights are dimming inside for their nightly aura show, where the entire cathedral turns into an immersive light experience. The show itself is about 45 minutes from the moment you enter, and it costs 40 Canadian dollars per person. And we highly recommend you book online in advance.
This was something. I've never seen something like that in a church.
It's probably the weirdest experience I've ever had in a church. It was really freaking cool. Kind of creepy though. If you have young kids, it might be a little scary.
Yeah,
I don't know.
right.
At one point I was scared.
Yeah, the fusion between lights and music, it was spectacular. And with the architecture of the church, it was just something.
We came to Montreal looking for one thing, but instead we found a battle of duality. French versus English, old versus new, nature versus city. It seems this place is a constant balancing act, and maybe that's what makes Montreal so unforgettable.
But we're not done in French Canada quite yet. Next video, we're heading even deeper into Quebec City, which feels straight out of a storybook. Until then, so long, travel well, and make the world your neighborhood.